How are we doing, you wonderful people? My name is Jay, and this is how my week went. Now before we get into the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the little notification bell. That way you guys will receive all the channel notifications and you keep up to date with all the latest videos. But now that's out of the way, let's get into the video. This is the series where I go through my week and I show you guys what I've been up to. If this is the first time you're watching and you want to catch up on last week's episode, there'll be a link in the description. But that's enough of me talking, let's start the weekly roundup. My days off this week were Monday and Wednesday, so we're starting this weekly roundup on a Tuesday. As I said to you guys last week, I require a lot of caffeine before anything gets done, especially when it's my first day back to work. On the plus side this week, there was no counter workers outside the shop digging up the pavement, so I could actually hear customers. If I'm being honest, Tuesday morning was a little slow, but it did give me time to consume a lot of caffeine and get myself awake, schedule some social media posts and plan my content for the week, and also catch up on some admin. I'll hold my hands up and say that I'm not the best person for admin. I mean, the admin tasks always get done, I just need to be reminded a few times. And while I was doing my admin and making sure I was ahead of myself this week, the hardware delivery turned up. Now, as I said to you guys last week, I love the hardware delivery days because it just feels like Christmas. I like seeing all the new lines coming in and sharing them with you guys. So unboxing the delivery this week, we've actually got two new lines in hardware-wise that I really want to talk about. The first is the Vaporesso Gen Nano. We've finally got them in stores. Really good bits of kit. I've done a first impression video on these and a full review, which is linked in the description. So feel free to check them out. They're fantastic bits of kit. Alongside that this week, we've also got the Smok Nfix kits in as well. And yet again, first impression video and a full review is links. The links are in the description. I don't know why I can't talk. But they're both down there. Feel free to check them out. They're great bits of kit. So I opened my delivery and I got these inside. They're just coasters, but they're really cool. I wasn't expecting them. They're awesome. I like those. I'm going to find a useful one. I don't know, maybe as coasters. After I put the delivery away and I'd had my Christmas moment, the afternoon got really busy. And I got a chance to speak to you guys and catch up with everything that you were doing across the weekend. If I'm being honest, it made the day go very quickly. So once we'd shut and I was meant to go home, I actually stayed at the store and recorded a load of videos to try and get ahead of myself for this week. And that takes us to Wednesday. Now Wednesday was my day off, but I just wanted to share with you guys what I got up to. I spent most of the day sitting in my office editing all the videos that I recorded Tuesday night to try and get ahead for all the content that was coming out during the week. And in the evening, once all the editing was done, I went for a walk in my local area just to make the most of the nice weather that we had. And that brings us round to Thursday. Thursday was the busiest day of the week for so many reasons. As you guys know, I cover the Bishops Stortford store on Thursdays because James's sales associate is still shielded. So I may or may not have started a prank war with James. I'm still deciding whether I regret it or not. For those of you who can't remember, here's a clip from last week's episode so you can see how this has all started. Because I know that James is a bit of a prankster, I thought that I'd play a prank on him. So I stole his TV. I literally picked it up, walked out the house and took it home, put it in my flat. Looking back through the week, I should have probably told my partner I was bringing home a new TV. But then again, I didn't even know I was bringing home a new TV at the start of the day. It just kind of happened, and I knew that James would see the funny side. I'm actually covering the Bishops Stortford store next Thursday, so I'm kind of hoping for like a prank war. I think you guys would love to see that. I'm watching you, James. Now I speak to James every day, and he mentioned nothing about a prank war. He said he really enjoyed the video, and that was about it. Until it got to Thursday morning, and I got a message saying, make sure you're recording when you arrive at the store. To be honest, I can't really explain what happened, so I'm just going to let these clips play so you guys can see what he got up to.
Oh, what a lad. Oh, mate. Oh, that is brilliant. What an absolute lad. So, James told me he was playing a prank war on me because of what I said in the last week's vlog. And he said to make sure you record when you come into store. Oh, what a lad, I'll show you guys. He has put pictures of me everywhere. What an absolute legend. Look, it's what he's C3PO, what's that about? He's got me up here as well. What is going on? That is amazing. I love that. There's what a couple here. This one says, prank war is on, love you. Get in my belly. He's even gone up here above the, oh, he's put them everywhere. He's put them everywhere. He's also put some at the front as well. And I'm on the TV. Do you know what, mate? Fair play. Fair play. That's jokes. I got time for that. These things are literally everywhere. I just opened this up and it says, naughty boy, you found my pussy. These are literally everywhere. I just opened the till and there's one in there as well. It's gonna take me so long to get rid of these. Fair play, man. I need to think of something to get you back with because I didn't see that coming, I'm gonna be honest. But honest, like the amount of people that walk past and they're like, why is that dude everywhere? And then looking up, seeing me in the store and they're like, what? So I need to get rid of these pretty sharpish.
The worst part is, I didn't even find all the posters straight away. I had people walking past the shop pointing and laughing at me and I genuinely had no idea why. I couldn't find the remote to turn the TV off, so I had to unplug it from the wall because I just couldn't find it. And the funniest part about that is he wasn't even hiding the remote, I just genuinely didn't know where he kept it. And do you know what really topped it off? It wasn't until around 2:30 when one of his regulars came in that he pointed out that 2 of the posters were at the front of the store that I'd completely missed. So I was serving customers all day with my head on a cat and my head on a fat man's body. So fair play, James, you perfectly executed that. It definitely took some time and effort, so I applaud you, my friend. But I did take a memento. This now lives in my store, and I'm gonna proudly hang this on the wall. I think it's a great picture of me. Now I think it's fair that this becomes a prop for every single video now, so I'm gonna sit this right there and it's gonna stay there for every video until the prank war is done. All I'm saying is watch out for next week for my retaliation because you have no idea what I've got planned. Besides the prank war, it was a very busy day in Bishops Stortford. I managed to get some footage recorded for future videos coming out next week, and I got more involved with James's community. I genuinely love James's community. They saw the funny side of his prank. They kept asking me what I was going to do to retaliate, but I wouldn't tell them nothing. And while I was getting involved with James's community, our juice delivery turned up. I get just as excited with juice deliveries than I do with hardware deliveries. I'm just a big kid. So I've just opened this week's juice delivery and I'm genuinely quite excited because our 3 best sellers, which usually come in these PG bottles, which are Berrylicious, we've got Tropical Storm and Mango Iced Tea, are now available in short fill bottles. And these things are gonna fly off the shelf. You guys have been asking for these for so long, but they're now available in any Phoenix store. So I'd go grab them before they go because honestly, now they're in bigger bottles, people are gonna be all over them. And that brings us round to Friday. Friday, in comparison to Thursday, was pretty boring. I made sure all the admin was up to date and I wasn't behind on anything, and I managed to plan some social media posts for next week, as well as some new content. Friday itself was really busy here at the Braintree store. Not only did I meet a lot of new customers, but I also kept up with all of the regulars that popped in. And to be fair, our regulars, Bishops Stortford regulars, every community I've been a part of, I just love catching up with you guys. And that brings us to Saturday. By the time Saturday morning rolled round, I needed more caffeine because, well, I'm gonna be honest, I'm addicted to caffeine and it fuels my life. Once I got hold of my Greg's breakfast, which quite frankly just make the world go round, I made sure I sat down and placed my e-liquid and my hardware orders for next week. Saturday is the busiest day of the week for the Braintree store. We're busy from the moment we open to the moment we close. It's also one of my favourite days of the week, other than the prank war, because that's actually developing to be a very, very interesting day of the week. Saturdays are fantastic. I get to see a lot of the regular customers and meet a lot of new customers as well. And this week, you guys were awesome. You come and sat in, said hello, and we really got to know each other a little bit more. And that is the weekly roundup. I want to ask you guys a question. What do you think I should do to retaliate to James? Leave a comment down below. I'm interested to know your thoughts and I love talking to you guys and hearing what you guys have to say. And that wraps up today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to leave a like. Remember to subscribe with notifications turned on if you haven't already. If you guys want to see more videos from myself, then my channel will be linked in the description. And lastly, if you want to follow my day-to-day and see the behind the scenes of how these videos are put together, then make sure you follow my Instagram for my daily Instagram stories, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Peace.